Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest Let's Play on the channel, Fire Emblem Three Houses. This isn't any ordinary Fire Emblem Three Houses run. You can find those everywhere on YouTube. I am going to be doing, as the thumbnail suggests, and the title hopefully suggests, an Ironman run of Azure Moon or Blue Lion's Route, whatever you want to call it. I always call it Blue Lion's Route. Actually, I guess it kind of like switches based on the route. But anyways, welcome. This is going to be a Maddening Mode run because hard mode in this game, regardless of what route you're on, is actually really fucking easy. Besides Silver Snow, but Silver Snow is only difficult on any like difficulty just because of how bullshit it is. We're just going to start up a new game. I am not going to be doing New Game Plus. I'm just doing this as proof. Like, I am setting up a Maddening Classic. No, I don't need to be online. But yeah, this episode is going to be mostly an introduction, and I'll explain kind of all the builds that I want to do for everybody. This is going to be, again, just an intro video to everything that's going to be going on. So we'll watch the cutscene first.
Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die. Die! You took everything that I loved! He's gone now, Mother.
That is still the greatest opening cutscene to a Fire Emblem game ever. And now Morgana in his true form as a little girl.
What could have brought you here?
Yeah, my gig as a Phantom Thief didn't quite work out. Everybody died. It was really embarrassing.
I wonder how you got in here. It is now come to...
So yeah, I want to be skipping a lot of the pointless dialogue, just because we've probably all seen it before. if I were to just include all the dialogue in this game, this would be another 100 episode series. But
I see.
let's get through this. Oh, what are we calling him? Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna pause. We're just gonna go with my name. I couldn't think of anything funny. And it just fits. Look at that. Yes, that is correct.
Huh. I shall not ever. You must possess a day.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Okay, it doesn't really matter like what day you give him. Like I know in Fates you would just give the birthday to the protagonist on the day you create your save, so you get the bonuses, but you see every day of the year, so we're just gonna give him my actual birthday. I was born on the lone moon. How fitting.
Wow, wonders never cease.
Yeah, that's nice.
It all-
Let me just hit it with the skip. I want to get into explaining everything,
Hey,
but
time to...
alright, skip. Ooh. Look at all my saves. Oh yeah, down here I save all of the, or some of them. I don't know where I'm going to save this. So I've played through this game like, oh man, oh god, how many times have I beaten this game? I've beaten all 4 routes on hard mode. I've beaten all 4 routes on maddening. This Black Eagles route right here at the bottom. This was actually the first ever Ironman that I attempted. I didn't record it or anything. This was a long time ago. And the run ended because Manuela killed herself on a paralog when she was a green unit. But I just did on hard, just kind of get a feel for everything. But again, this was like a year and a half ago maybe. But as I was saying, I've beaten this game probably about 10 times. Because I've done a maddening run of Blue Lions route twice now. I've done 2 Golden Deer maddening runs. So at least 10. I've beaten this game at least 10 times. But they're not all here because my first Switch got stolen. Yeah, there was a fire in one of my college dorm rooms. They wouldn't let us back in. And when I go to clean out my room, because my room wasn't hit by the fire, thankfully, but I found that my Switch was missing. So yeah, I never saw the Switch again. I got $800 for it though, so I got compensated for it. But yeah, all my other saves are gone. But yeah, we'll just go file number 6. Let's just get right into the first mission, I guess, and then we'll explain the builds I'm going to do for everybody as we go along. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm not going to be showing... I'm going to probably show the major story elements, but not the minor parts. Just because this is an Iron Man, I just want to get right to the action, you know? And this game has a lot of dialogue in it. Not quite as much as Persona 5 did, but there's still quite a bit to be done here. Alright.
Let's take care of it.
Yeah, that's nice. Disclaimer, I haven't played this game in like 6 months. So naturally, the first thing I do when I come back is start a Iron Man on Maddening. The thing to know about the difference between Maddening mode and hard mode, besides the AI having higher levels, better stats, experience growth is actually halved. So we get less experience. So that's going to make things complicated. There's an item we can get in a paralog through Manuela's paralog that doubles, I think, experience growth. But one thing also that we have is Byleth's personal ability, which gives 20% extra experience, so we're going to have to take advantage of that. Like, everybody's going to be fighting alongside him. So we're just jumping right into the first map of this game. The first thing you're going to want to do is, like, know what house you're going to pick. And we're obviously going Blue Lions, so I want Dimitri. Claude and Edelgard are just going to hang out in the back. You don't need them to beat this mission. So what I'm going to do... Oop,
Ready and willing.
I'm going to give Claude's items to Byleth, because they're going to change Dimitri's inventory anyway. But everything you give to Byleth here actually stays with him.
I will prevail.
So you can just give him a free axe and 2 free vulneraries
You have it.
and just leave them. But it means we have to take out the guard. But we could... Oh, he doesn't want to go for Edelgard now, even though she won't fight back. That's interesting.
Focused.
But we need to make full advantage of this bow. Which is why we took... Oh my god. Oh, that's actually really bad. But yeah, rules of the Nuzlocke while I'm here. No divine pulsing. That is not allowed. And I can't change the difficulty. I am not going to be using any of the DLC items. I am going to get the DLC characters, but I'm not going to use any of the DLC items or like renown points or whatever. Not going to be using any of that. Why do you want to go for Dimitri so bad? I can't remember. Was Byleth's... Come here. Adjacent. Okay, that's what I thought. So we're just going to stick... Can you kill? Oh my gosh, yes, you can kill. Like, normally you don't want to use, like, too many combat arts in Maddening early game because you don't have access to the weaponsmith. But in Maddening mode, you really don't have a choice.
We'll advance.
Yeah, that's nice. So Edelgard and Claude are just going to kind of go over here. What's the defeat condition again? Where is it? It won't say. Oh, conditions maybe? Oh, any... Yes, that's what I thought. So Claude and Edelgard are just going to run over here. They're just going to get the fuck out of the way. Otherwise, I would definitely use Edelgard as bait. Like, that is definitely the pro gamer move here.
Thank you. We are in.
I'll review all the blue line units and then explain what builds I'm going to go for them. Just so you guys have an idea of what I'm going to be doing. So up here, we got 2 axe users. Byleth's pretty good against them. Just going to move him here, give him his sword. Then wait. We're going to put Dimitri right next to him for the boosts and to help build early support. And these two just going to keep moving to the corner. Like, imagine your students, like, on the run. And you, like, come to the house and you're like, what do we do? Please help us. And the dude just looks at you like, you, Dimitri, come with me. The rest of you, go stand in that fucking corner and don't do anything. Yeah, see, we get absolutely no fucking experience for that. But yeah, when you step into this first range, you're going to aggro these 2 guys. But this other group, who just kind of acts as one, this is like one group. They just remain put until you aggro one of them, which is really nice. And then at some point, I can't remember what turn it is, but Kostas and the thieves here are going to charge. But we have time. There really isn't like anything like special to do here. There's no like special like levels we need to get. We just need to make sure that Byleth and Dimitri don't die, because if we get a game over here, that'd be really embarrassing. What's Dimitri's defense? 7. Byleth 6. Just gonna move Dimitri here. Dimitri will be fine here. He can take 1 hit from the axe guy. Yeah, look at him. Dimitri is one of, if not the best unit in the entire game. As much as it pains me to say, I would actually say that Edelgard is the best unit in the entire game.
Attack winning.
Again, as painful as that is for me to say. But, yeah, Dimitri is going to be doing most of the heavy hitting this run. But I hope he doesn't have to do everything. But I need to make sure that I build Dimitri. I'll go over this again, but I need to make sure I put Dimitri down a good build to help him get ready for Chapter 13. Because in Chapter 13, he'll change to his own class, his High Lord class. But if you don't have him properly ready, like, you could easily soft lock yourself on Reunion at Dawn. So because we're going to be baiting a sword user here, I'm actually just going to have Dimitri just hang out in the bushes. And then I'm gonna move Byleth up here. Nope, I'm gonna leave him right next to Dimitri. I gotta remember that EXP boost that we get here. Experience is crucial here, because some missions in this game are actually really easy, but then they'll just get a random ass intensity boost. It'll be difficult for no reason.
This is a fine opportunity.
Yeah, we already know. Okay, so that's actually really nice, because now 2 of the 3 units here are standing next to bushes, and Kostas hasn't moved. So we're going to put Byleth here. What does he do with an axe? Terrible. Okay. So we're just going to kill this dude, right? Just like that. Perfect.
Should I have held back?
And then Dimitri, he'll be fine. He's going to take 15. Yeah, he'll be fine. Where can you not reach? Is there anywhere you can't go? What if I go here? Actually, I think what baits Costas is when you approach these, when you like pass these trees. So I think there's like a line here. And when you step on or beyond that line, they're gonna charge. We're just gonna have him drink a vulnerary and tank. That's the safest play. He'll be fine. And he's gonna soften them up. Thankfully, there's no ambush spawns in this map. Nice dodge, Dimitri. Honestly, does anybody else wish that Dimitri got added into Smash instead of Byleth? Ooh. I mean, it doesn't really matter who he kills here. Just keep feeding him. Good job, Dimitri. And Byleth for the kill. God, I love Byleth's crest. That'll heal him a little bit. What does he get? 2? I don't know what percentage that is.
Damn. Why are there mercenaries?
Why are there mercenaries? Let's get them. Okay. So you want to pull... Oh, what are you fucking doing, Gerald? So you can actually use Gerald to your advantage here, because if you bait them into your range and they're in Gerald's range, Gerald will rush and kill them. But the problem is he's going to be an EXP thief. But in Maddening, it's kind of unavoidable, because if you put somebody here, Costas, and these guys will fuck them up. And you might give them terrain. So you don't want to do that. You want to pull them with this spot here. You want to get them right on the edge and pull them right out of the trees. And then you want to move your units into the trees and cut Costas off from these two. It'll make sense when I do it. So we're going to move him here. Dimitri. Actually, I'm going to have him take... Maybe he's going to drink his vulnerary, because I can't get it back anyway. It's going to reset his inventory afterwards anyway. So we're just going to wait for them to come to us. Yeah, see, Costas just got terrain, so I'm not going to fuck with that. Yeah, here comes Gerald ready to... I don't know if I said it already, but Gerald actually will not kill Costas. Even if it says he'll kill, he'll just leave him at 1. So the best case scenario then is to have Gerald deal with Costas, because it's free. And yeah, what is... Okay, yeah, these guys don't scare me at all. But you want to leave Dimitri in the trees. So if you take Dimitri out of the trees, Costas will fuck him up, regardless of how many you get rid of. Unfortunately, they're in kind of an awkward spot, so I can't really deal with that too well. But Byleth will be safe here. This is safe. Yeah, as long as he hit that, he's fine. Because Geralt is choking them from going around Byleth. That's actually a pretty good level. That's a decent level. You see Gerald's here, so he can't... Oh, wait, you have a hand axe? No, you don't. Yeah, okay. So only one of these guys can attack Byleth next turn. The other one is going to have to go for either Geralt or Dimitri. That's fine. This is actually really good, because bosses give more experience. So it's good for Byleth to get a piece of this. Ideally, I would like Dimitri to kill, which I should be able to do. I hope Gerald goes for Costas this turn. Damn it, Gerald. Fucking asshole. Miss. Shit.
Not my first fight.
I mean, I only lost like 10 experience that way, but it's whatever. So it's not the end of the world. We're just gonna poke him here. Bows are a fucking godsend for Maddening Mode on here. Like, every unit is, regardless of their class, every unit on mine is going to have a bow. And they're going to have a bow for the whole game. Like, bows are too good here. And poke. And there we go. That is Chapter 1. Done without any deaths.
I'm getting stronger.
Look at this dude. That's an incredible level up, Dimitri. And he gets a free axe, which I think he's going to lose. What the fuck? Edelgard, what are you doing out of the corner? To this day, I was wondering, like, I always wonder, like, what the fuck was Byleth going for here? He pushes Edelgard out of the way and then turns his back to the person that he was trying to defend her from. Then when you see when he comes back out of this rewind time, he just like stands in front of her like what he should have done the first time.
Killed you, fool.
Still as bitchy as ever, Morgana.
Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning.
Geez, I wonder if he'll turn into a dragon some point, go rogue and kill everybody.
Sothis, and I am also called...
What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
was not able to recall, and just like that look upon your... Phooey!
I don't know why they give like support bonuses for Sothis and like not Rhea, but Sothis, because like, you can't support Sothis. I'm sure like I'm pretty sure they actually intended for Sothis to be a playable character. I can't remember where I read that, but I'm pretty sure they had intended Sothis to be a playable character because like her unit is in the game, like data miners found it. But I don't know why they have like support bonuses with her.
How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do? Of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I cannot wind back time to... Now go!
Yeah, just teasing the setup that main protagonist is gonna be the center of the world again. Hey, look at this. Comes in, he just stands there. What the fuck were you going for the first time, my guy?
Hey, over here! Huh?
Edelgard was giving him the fuck me eyes, but we don't go for crazy.
Hey, did you just... The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Hey, why you gotta be hating on my boy Alois like that? Come on. What are we doing here? An inevitable encounter, they say. I am inevitable.
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? Oh,
You haven't these days on
right. Wait.
Garrig.
And how
Yeah,
about...
Begarabok Monastery. That is correct.
Is that so? I'd love for you...
Come to the monastery with us. Don't worry, I'll leave in the important game stuff.
You aren't about...
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
The Knights of Seros. They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Knights of Seros, yep.
You haven't heard.
Yep, that's
Hey,
nice.
You
Hey, Claude.
are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel.
God, I wish I could
Oh,
have you
I should
and
mention that the
Dimitri.
three of us are students of the Officers Academy at Garrigmach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Shut up, bitch. Don't be
Too
talking
true.
shit about my boy
I
Claude.
was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. a royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
God, I love Claude.
Naive. Tell me, are you actually
Golden Deer
incapable
route was
of
actually my
keeping
first
quiet?
ever
Or
route
is
when I
your
first
lack of
got this game.
self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground.
You're
Yeah.
Halt, Adel, the holy
Everyone
please.
follows.
But it seems that
Everyone simps. I am loyal to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Understood. Fargus is a noble and distinguished kingdom that has always valued chivalry.
I wonder if that'll hold up in part
All
2.
right, that's enough with the small talk.
it looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry.
Edelgard. She's a refined young woman, but I can't help she's gonna be a school shooter someday. Dimitri. He seems quite sincere, but I can't help he seems batshit crazy who might kill us all. Claude. His smile is striking, but he claims to be a master tactician, yet he never shows any tactical,
Yes,
like,
I thought
knowledge.
the same.
Yeah, I don't care. Go sleep. I'm gonna go out partying. God damn it, let me meet my students. So I can watch them all fucking die one by one.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 Houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
God, look at that creepy ass sun just peeking around the corner like, see what you doing up there.
The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
I love Viola's straight face, like, I don't give a fuck what any of you are saying.
There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
I'm gonna shoot it up here in a few months. I hope you'll join me, Professor. Wait, how did you know I was gonna be a professor? Hey, there's my boy Hanneman. The real MVP of this game. I wonder what fucking subject they're learning. Probably nothing important.
Ray is here.
I wonder if she'll go psycho and turn into a dragon and kill us all. This is so awkward. We're all just standing here staring at each other. Best part about this game is that you can run in the pause menu. Not the pause menu, the loading menu.
It's been you.
Yeah.
You saw her.
The Archbishop, yeah.
As you know, the leader.
Background,
Thank you for your
yeah.
patience, Gerald.
Hey, what up,
I'm
Sedith?
an advisor to the Archbishop.
Join me now.
Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name? A fine name indeed.
I like how Gerald's shield is clipping into
From
his
the
arm.
bottom of my
Look at it.
heart,
There it goes.
I thank you for saving the students of the Officers Academy. Gerald, you already
Look at
know
it.
what
Look at
is
it.
I wish to say, do you not?
Gerald, does that hurt?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you in.
Must work here? As a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier.
What's the
talking
salary
about
here?
The Officers Academy, right? Well, the academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know.
God, I love
I am
Hanneman.
Hanneman, a Crest scholar and professor at the Officers Academy.
I'm looking forward to
I
skipping
wonder if
80%
you
of your
bear a crest
dialogue.
of your own.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress.
You better not fucking
and
kill yourself
available.
again and get me a game
It's
over.
Nice to meet you.
You're a physician?
If you're ever
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now,
God, I wish I had his
it
mustache.
seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I
Roll
expect
credits.
you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
do you really not know? The Officers Academy.
Yeah, we
The
know.
their house leader this
Their house leader.
their house leader is
Edelgard's gonna be the
The
emperor,
next
or
emperor,
empress.
king,
Dimitri's gonna
and
be a
sovereign
king,
duke
and
are
yeah,
all-
Claude's gonna be
I'll
the duke.
say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Yeah, I hope one class
Qu-
doesn't go berserk and shoot
for
up a
now.
school.
The old man has a point. I'm sure Lady Ray.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Run from the loading dots. Yeah, now we can finally go around and see the units, learn their builds and whatnot. Come on, screen load. Look at this, he can run, but he can also jump. Oh, I guess he can't jump. Hey, where's the crew at? Show me the crew. The fuck are they going over? Like, this is where we live. Hey, here's the school shooter group. Except Bernie. Bernie's cool. We're gonna try to recruit Bernie. Hey, it's a gold digger. Yeah, there's the crew. There's a boy Ash. Hey, there's our boy Sylvain. Best goddamn character in this whole game. The Great Wall of Dedue. Every time I see Dimitri on that little freeze frame they do of him, I always just think of Squidward saying, "Oh no, he's hot!" I don't know why. Every time I see that, it's just the first thing that comes to mind. Yeah, I know how to explore, yeah, the task.
That once, may I ask a favor of you?
Yeah. Hey, I'll give you a weapon if you go talk to the students you have to instruct. So, for this run, I'm going to be doing most of the monastery stuff off screen. Just because the quests, like, are honestly pretty boring and they don't really set anything up. Like, this isn't going to be focused too much on the story. Just mostly the gameplay, but I'll try to keep most of the story in if I can. But yeah, monastery stuff I'm going to do off screen, but at the start of a mission, I'll fill you all in on what I did and how I, like, prepared and whatnot.
So, I wonder if I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like
No,
to?
I'm good. Oh, invisible person. Come on. Come on, gatekeeper. It's a ghost.
Greetings. You must be the professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to
I don't know why the game does that. I don't know why the game just sometimes... It always does this for me. It's just the Switch, I guess. But just... Nothing just sometimes renders in. There's a lot of pop-in. There's a lot of pop-in like a Pokemon game. You already know how it is. Yeah, that's nice. Skip. Okay. Talk to Claude real quick.
Well, I guess have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House?
No, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here they are. The legends.
Are you the mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Yeah, we'll just hear what everybody has to say.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hey, here's our boy Ash. What's up, Ash?
You must be the one
I don't know why Ash always gets so much hate. Ash is awesome.
This here is to do.
Ash is just such a wholesome dude.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
Cool. Yeah, could you not leave us in part 2? Because you'd come in really handy if you didn't disappear and then show up at a time when you're already really bad and far behind.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all.
Excuse me.
Do you work here at the monastery?
Oh, Mercy. Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about?
Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, Annette is best girl in any video game ever. Like, if you watched the Persona 5 series I just did, there was one episode where Carson came on, where I was like, dude, you already know, but I have a type, and it involves short redheads. Like, it didn't start with Annette, but Annette just fit the trope perfectly, and also she's, like, the second most wholesome person in the entire game besides Ash. Actually, yeah, I don't know, she gives Ash a run for his money, though. But that's everybody.
Okay.
Did I already talk to Dimitri? I have to talk to him. No, I didn't talk to Dimitri, that's why. Okay. Can I... No, we'll wait till we pick our class, and then I'll go over everybody. Maybe I'll just do it. Okay, quick gripe. I hate Nintendo controls. Like, the B button is where the A should be, and A is where B should be. Nintendo, why do you always do this? Why do you always do that?
Please accept I am, of course, delightful. In any case, I hear you're investigating the different houses.
Alright, I'll go over everybody here.
Me? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
Okay, like I said in the beginning, Dimitri is going to be our best unit in this whole game. Even like all the other routes, Dimitri is in discussion for the best unit in the entire game against only Edelgard. I still give Edelgard the slight edge just because she's just a walking, talking, dancing tank. But Dimitri is incredible. Like, he's going to be our best frontline unit. He might not be the tankiest, but that's okay. But late game, if we develop him right, there is not going to be a single unit that he cannot one round. Like, he is going to be absolutely incredible. I'm going to be putting him on a paladin route for part 1. And then part 2, he's going to stick with his High Lord class just because that's his best class. But it's really, really, really important here that I build up his HP and defense. Because chapter 13 is going to be a nightmare for him and Byleth. So I'm going to be using the greenhouse and growing a lot of stat buffs. And everything that I grow is going to be going to Dimitri and Byleth. I need to make sure these two are absolutely tanky. Otherwise, chapter 13 will be the end of this run. If I even make it that far.
Me?
So that's... Oh,
I'm afraid...
God damn it. Why do you get the chance to ask it again? Okay, here's Dedu.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
So Dedu is going to be just the wall. Like, that's going to be his main gimmick. He's going to leave, as most of you know, in part 1, at the end of part 1. But when he comes back, he's going to be so far behind everybody else that if we're still doing this run by then, if I haven't game overed, he's going to become a defense adjutant. So it's really important that I keep him down an armor knight route. But in part 1 here, he's going to be invaluable. Like, he's going to be the best tank that I could ask for, especially while I'm building everybody up. He's a tank who's ready to go right now, which buys me more time to build up some other units to eventually take his place. I wish he stuck around at the beginning of part 2, but I mean, he comes back eventually. But I need to make sure that I have 3 good, well, not good, but 3 armor knights on the bench that can serve as defense adjutants, because defense adjutants are really good for part 2.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
So Felix actually is not that good as a swordmaster late game. Felix, I tried him out as a sniper in my most recent Maddening Mode of this game, which was probably about a year ago. and he is hands down the best sniper in the whole game. Like, no doubt. Like, no one else came close to him. Like, Felix is an unstoppable sniper, so he's not going to go to a masterclass. He's just going to stay at sniper when he gets Hunter's Volley. Felix, though, in my opinion, is the single best early game unit because of his ability right there, Lone Wolf, where he gets 5 damage when he has no battalion or when endurance is 0. Like, he hits hard early game, and he's pretty quick. He's not going to double anything really this early in the game, but yeah, he's going to be the best, one of my best units. He is an incredible sniper, and that's the route I'm going to take him down. So he's not really going to do much with swords. Oh, come on.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
I know a lot of people who do like common maddening modes of this game really like to run Ashe as a Wyvern Lord, but I'm going to keep him down the Bow Knight, class. So he's going to go from sniper to Bow Knight. He's not going to stay a sniper. And the reason for that is because Bow Knights get range +2. So Ashe is going to be just a long range sniper, and that's going to be really good for late game because he can bait units really easily by aggroing them from a distance and then pulling them in one group at a time. Because like, you can't rush some of these maps in this game, so you need somebody who can poke from a distance and then bring them all into you. So that's why I like to have it always at least one Bow Knight on the group, and Ashe is going to be that Bow Knight. He's not going to be a very hard hitter, like he never really is, but that's okay. I just need him to be able to shoot accurately with a bow.
He's the adoptive. Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser.
My man.
Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Sylvain is one of my favorite characters in this whole damn game. I love him. But Sylvain is going to be one of my best frontline units. He's not going to be like... He's top 3, I think, late game best frontline units. And that's because he gets Swift Strikes, I think at A rank Lance. So we're going to put him on a Paladin, and he's going to stay there for the game. That's going to be his skill. And yeah, Swift Strikes is such a good skill. That's one of the best skills in the game, if not the best. But it's for sure up there as one of the best combat arts. So yeah, I know it's a very standard path for Sylvain, but that's what he's going to be doing, because that is what he is hands down best at. I hope he develops his defense alright, because there's been some runs where his defense doesn't really pander out and he just becomes kind of a glass cannon. But other times he just becomes a walking just wall. Like, I don't expect him to become one of my bulkiest units, but it would be nice. As long as he gets good strength and speed growths, I'll be happy.
Sylvain, well, he's...
Mercedes. The Mercedes-Benz.
Imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
Mercedes, in my opinion, is the best healer in the game, just because she gets live to serve, and her res is just absurd. So she's going to be a mage killer for us, or a mage tank at the very least, and with live to serve, she comes really hard for an enemy to kill, even if they can reach her. She's not going to be a frontline unit by any means, but she's going to be good for mages, and she'll be able to heal herself up quickly without me requiring a second healer to do it for her, because I don't really plan on having 2 healers, because Mercedes is usually good enough for it, and her faith skills are really good. I mean, she doesn't get warp, but you know, she gets some really good skills. And best girl, Annette.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Okay, so Annette. A lot of people really like to build their Annettes as a rally bot, because she has Perseverance for her base skill, and then you can easily get her access to other rally skills. But in my opinion, rally bots just aren't good in this game. In any difficulty, I don't like them. They were really good for Fates, because you could rally multiple units at one time with them, but in this game you can only rally one unit at a time. And that, in my opinion, is just a waste of a unit. Like, you use one unit's turn just to buff one unit for that turn. Like, that's just not worth it. If she could use rally and buff multiple units at a time, then I could see rally bot Annette being viable. But here, it's just not viable. In hard mode, she's a really good mage, just because she has the speed growth to double just about anything, and she hit decently hard. She's not like a Lysithea hard hitter, but she can hit pretty hard on hard mode. But on Maddening Mode, Annette is actually really bad as a mage, and I also think she's really bad as a rally bot. The one thing that she's good at is Wyvern, like Wyvern riding. Like, she has her strength and axe, and I tried it out just as a meme build in my the most recent Maddening Mode for Blue Lines that I was talking about a year ago. I tried her out on the Wyvern class. It's just a meme build. It's like, her crest weapon is a Crusher, which is an axe, and she has a strength and axe. Like, I'll build an axe build and I just see if it pans out to anything. And let me tell you, Annette became easily like one of my best units in the whole game. Like, there was Dimitri and then there was Annette. Like, she was not far behind Dimitri for best unit. She gets a skill, I can't remember what the name of it was, but it turns all axe skills into magic attacks. So you just give her axes and they all become magic for a combat art. And I shit you not, late game, Annette was dealing over 100 damage per axe hit. She wasn't really doubling anything, because you can't really double anything without Petra or Ingrid in Maddening Mode. But she was one-shotting enemies, like non-Armor Knight enemies. She was insane. So she is going to be going down a Wyvern class. Annette is going to be my most high maintenance unit in terms of lectures, just because the game kind of wants her to go down a magic path. But also Wyverns require so much. Like, they have to have axes, they have to have flying, and I think lances. It's either lances or swords that they have to meet a requirement for. But she's also going to need her authority rank up to help with her battalion. But at the same time, you need her to spend time as a mage to build up her magic stat, because the better her magic, the harder she's going to hit with axes when she gets her magic skill. So that's, yeah, and that's going to be a lot, but she's really worth it in late game, even early game. As soon as she gets that combat art to make her axes magic, like, it's over. And especially if you give her a forged bolt axe, like, that's the goal for her by chapter 12, is to get her a bolt axe. But we'll see. So yeah, Annette easily can become one of your best units in the game if you train her right. Oh yeah, also Annette, I got a lot to say about Annette as a unit. She also in that run became my second bulkiest unit. Like, the only unit that was bulkier than her by endgame was Dimitri, because my Dimitri somehow ended up with a shit ton of bulk. But Annette was my tankiest unit. Like, she had the most HP, she had the second most defense, and she hit harder than anybody. So yeah, if I build her right and be aggressive with her early on and get her going on her Wyvern stuff early, like, she's going to become one of my best units. I have to keep her alive. So yeah, as I was saying, she is going to be spending time as a mage. Like, she's going to be probably spending her beginner and intermediate classes in magic until she gets her combat art. And then as soon as she gets that, I'm going to put her on a Wyvern. And then she's going to be able to start working on her strength. And because of her basis, she's already going to have a not bad magic growth, but she's going to have pretty decent. But yeah, that's my plan for Annette. It's a long-winded explanation, but it's a complicated build. And lastly, the racist Ingrid.
Tia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
So Ingrid is going to be probably the fastest unit for me on this team, unless I can recruit Petra. But you're not going to really double anyone without a Pegasus Knight. So that's what she's going to be going down. She's going to be going down for a standard Pegasus Knight route. And then late game, I'm going to put her on a Wyvern. I actually might put her on a wyvern early depending on how her strength peters out, because Ingrid with her strength and defense is very hit and miss. Like sometimes she'll be a tanky, hard-hitting Pegasus Knight, and other times she'll just be made of paper and not be able to do any damage except just be a chip bot. But the only thing she can consistently be good at is her speed growth. Like that's the main thing that I've had with her. But I cannot get consistent luck with her strength and defense. If she can get good strength and defense early and then keep developing that and become a decently hard-hitting unit who can take a decent hit, she'll stay on a Pegasus Knight. But if she's struggling with defense, I'm gonna put her on a wyvern. That's my plan with her. And that's everybody. Not yet. There's one more thing I wanted to go over. That's kind of the early game plan. What is that? Okay. I'm so used to Persona's controls. There's going to be some units that I want to recruit early. I'm going to go over this like when I come back in the next episodes, because like I said, I'm doing like the monastery stuff off screen. So that's going to be when most of my recruitment is done. So you guys aren't going to see that until like they actually join. But the first thing I'm going to try to go for is Petra. She's a very speedy just unit. She will double almost anything late game if you put her on a Pegasus, and she also becomes a dodge tank, which would be really nice for baiting units. Petra isn't going to be my top priority unit to recruit, but she's going to be up there. The next unit I want is Bernie, just because it's Bernie, and if you kill Bernie, you're like a terrible person. Like, it's Bernadetta. How can you not like Bernadetta? She's awesome. I'm going to try to recruit Ferdinand, but he's easily the hardest character to recruit in this entire game. Rest in peace, Billy. But he's going to be very low on the ranking just because you'd have to train Byleth's Armor Knight rank. But if I can get Ferdinand, I can. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. Ferdinand also gets Swift Strikes like Sylvain, so if you can get Ferdinand early, he's really good. My top priority unit is going to be Lysithea. Lysithea, I'm going to go balls to the wall trying to get her. She is, like, all the memes and running just talk about Lysithea is that she's the Death Knight killer. She's a walking nuke. She is hands down the best magic user in the game. And she gets Dark Spikes relatively early, which makes her the ultimate Death Knight killer. And I can't remember like what chapter it is, but in this game, there's chapters where the Death Knight will rush you. And if you don't have somebody who can take on the Death Knight and deal decent damage, like the Death Knight will wipe us. So Lysithea is going to be my top priority to get recruited. And the other top priority unit that I'm going to try to get is Hilda. Hilda can be recruited in Blue Lions. She doesn't leave you in part 2, thankfully. And if you put her, she's viable on either a Wyvern or in an Armored Knight. Which I don't know which I'd want for her to do. I'd probably have her spend time as an Armored Knight and late game move her to a Wyvern. But Hilda's an incredible unit. Like, she can tank just about any hit late game, and she hits like a truck. So I definitely want her and Lysithea. Those are going to be my top 2 units I'm going to try to recruit. And with that, that is everything. So how do I, where was it? L1? Not that. Where is it? I can't remember the controls. Not that. God damn it. Yeah, I'm just going to end the episode here. When we come back, I will get into chapter 2, and we'll see what all goes on. Bye for now, everybody.